Welcome to today's special webinar hosted by AML Intelligence and SymphonyAI. Today we're doing a deep dive into the results of FinCrime Frontier 2025-2026, the most comprehensive report on the state of readiness in the FCC sector.
What was interesting is that about 30% of respondents reported that they have no mature KPI framework for outcome-driven innovations. So, AI is great. There's so much that it can do. But if you're not really instituting measures of how either efficient or effective that AI is making your program, then there's really no way to demonstrate it either internal to the institution or external to your regulators.
Everybody has gone back with the classic kind of barriers and challenges that we've seen. And Elizabeth sort of mentioned it before, everyone's going for false positives, right? We haven't sort of gotten to the part where we've addressed those types of challenges to be able to move forward with how we become more efficient, how we become more effective, how do we actually sit there and address some of the business strategy needs as opposed to just fighting what we've currently got in the environment.
Attention is being put on sanctions evasion as opposed to just merely looking for a name that might be out there on a list. But that's easier said than done, right, with the tools that we've always had. And so I think the advent of AI, and in particular agentic AI, is really arming us with different tools that's going to enable us to not only evolve sanctions compliance programs in general, but really dig into the sanctions evasion problem.
How you can use AI, agentic AI, on sanctions evasion, workflows, and there is it, as you mentioned, risk assessments. So a lot of heavy lifting to be done there. And
when we looked at these particular results, a lot of this came back to, well, are you fully prepared? Are you somewhat prepared? How prepared are you when it comes to regulator ready? And regulation is changing quite heavily in the coming year. We've got pockets around the world that are actually ramping up in their regulatory expectations, and in some cases, we're seeing they're retracting, particularly North America at the moment. The US has retracted back some of those.
Governance is certainly going to look different 5 to 10 years from now, but it's still very important to focus on, within that, everything from model risk management to, defining roles and responsibilities, policies, procedures, your controls, everything written down, and a governance structure built around that.
There's going to be more cloud adoption. It means it's probably going to lead to more cloud native sort of applications. And what that's going to do is make it a lot easier for the expansion of AI use cases across different business lines to come into play and be able to be adopted a lot more easily. And that's going to include compliance. Now, 80% of institutions are planning or in the process of planning to do something with AI either this year or next year.